Okay, so to begin with, tell me your name and what school you go to.
My name is Linh and I'm currently studying at VQ2 High School.
Okay, so for part one, I'm going to ask you some questions about your hobbies and what you do when you want to relax. So, for question one, do you enjoy spending time indoors or outdoors?
Frankly speaking, I deeply interested staying outdoor, usually for listening to music or watching movies, and sometimes I'm playing board games with my younger sister. The reason I fascinated in staying indoor since I'm an ambivert person and almost I feel that I'm an introvert person, so I don't want to talk too much with and communicating with other people.
Okay, how often do you spend time using public transportation?
I have to say that I use public transportations every day, and I use the metro. Usually for going to school and going to my HR English and math classes. The reason I choose the metro beside all the public transport such as the buses, that is the metro is I know the exact time, so I can go to school on time, and also it's not big problem with I don't have a big problem with the traffic jam, which is a common problem in Hanoi when I use metro.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, can you tell me, do you prefer cooking at home or eating out?
I have big passions in cooking at home. I love cooking delicious food for my parents. In my spare time I spend time on looking on the internet to find some good eats for my parents. I think it's much better than going to a restaurant. It's too much time because it's not good for our health.
Okay. How do you usually relax after a long day?
I go to school every day and it's very exhausting for me. And usually after school I spend time on cooking for my parents. It's a way for me to feel relaxed. Also I usually listen to music. It's make me feel better after the stressful classes.
Okay. Here is your question for part two. You will have 1 minute to prepare your answer. Okay, go ahead.
So today I'm so excited to share about my experience going when I'm going to trip to Hanoi with my family during the Independent Days holiday in last year. to dive into the details first, I tell you some small details about this trip. We just in Vietnam we usually have 4 days to 5 days for Independence Day, and however we just used for 2 days to have a small trip to Ha Long Bay, and we because from Ha Long to Ha Long is not quite far, so we decided to choose the car to go there, and it took about 3 hours. And when we get there, it's about 12 o'clock, and we decided to have lunch. Of course, when we get to Ha Long, we decided to have some seafoods for lunch and also for dinner too. After that, we enjoy some drinks in famous coffees in Ha Long. It has beautiful views, and it's look like that coffee is on top of the mountains. It's quite cool. It was quite cool. And on the next day, we enjoyed the bún. Bún, or we also call it that is rice noodle. And they were served with some seafood too for our breakfast. And also we tried some bánh cuốn in Ha Long too. And then after we had some breakfast, we decided to come back to Hanoi and also have a visit for my grandparents. Even though it's just a 2-day trip, it's quite short for me. However, I think it's enough time for me to relax after a long day of study, and also I study for my grade 10 some of my grade 10 subjects, and I think that time is that precious time is really cool because I can spend more time with my family, and we have more opportunities to talk about to each other.
Okay. What do you think makes a holiday memorable?
For me, as a food lovers, I think that is a chance to enjoy the traditional food. But the most important thing that is I can spend this time to talk with my families, enjoy time together, playing board games. It is really precious time to me.
Okay. How do people in your country typically spend their holidays?
From my perspective, mostly people spend their time spending holiday with their family members, and also cook some traditional food. But some in the minor groups, they use that time to travel to another place, or also they can travel abroad. It's also a great ways to spend more time with their families too.
Okay. Has technology changed the way people plan and experience holidays?
My opinion about this topic is I don't believe that it can change a lot, because it can help us to decide which place to go to travel on the holiday. But but we usually spend time that time for family members. And technology can affect that too much.
Okay, all done. Thank you very much.